you please state your name and your affiliation before asking the question, please?
My name is Michelle Rasmussen. I work with the American Magazine Executive Intelligence Review, editor Lyndon LaRouche. I hate to bring this up in this way, but in the United States there's an expression, the elephant in the room, that nobody is really addressing. And the elephant in the room right now is that there is a very serious threat of a military attack, a war, being launched against Syria and or Iran. And we are very afraid that this will lead to not only, you spoke about in your conference, problems for the minorities in the different countries, but regional war and even directly conflict with Russia and China out of this conflict, which even may mean the use of nuclear weapons. So I would like to know if you would either individually or as a group speak out against the drive towards war against Syria and Iran.
I would like to distinguish between the big war among great powers, the Russian, the American, the Chinese, and the victims of the war, the people of the Middle East, our countries, our minorities, and even the majorities. I think it doesn't make sense to encourage Middle East and different religions and sectors to be against each other. We have to make an appeal for the Shi'i, the Sunni, the Christian, the Druze, to accept each other and to find some solution, peaceful solution. Maybe it's difficult, but it's very important to find some inclusivity among people, not to separate according to minorities. And we ask the big powers to help those people for dialogue among themselves and to find some solution for the coexistence, and not to take maybe advantage of our division to make the great politic, the cosmic politic, only depend on the small people.
Well, that's a big question to try to answer, but in the game of nations, small countries and small peoples, the best thing to do for them is to avoid being under the feet of this elephant in the room. But the most important thing to do for us in such an occasion is to block the way of manipulating religion in politics. And the Middle East has suffered a lot by the process of misusing religion, not only by political people, but sometimes even by religious people. And the manipulation of religion in politics is a major problem in the Middle East, as well in many other parts in the world. And within this conflict, threat of war, regional, or as you can see, regional wars has no limits. You don't know where the flame will go. And that's why it is the interest of all people who care for peace and who care for humanity is to cooperate in blocking the misuse of religion in this conflict.
That is precisely what we're trying to do with this conference, by proving that people of different faiths, Islam and Christianity, can cooperate and wish to cooperate and to contribute constructively to the development of democracy, be it in the Middle East, be it in Denmark, and thereby removing the possibility of accusing the religious people for being against democracy or being an obstacle to democracy and so on. That's the way we best can contribute, in the hope then, of course, that people themselves by this contribution will have the opportunity to develop its democracy.
I would like to give a little example. The wisdom of the Middle East learn us. When there is a battle between the wind and the ocean, the boat is paying the bill. So that's it.
Thank you. You can go first.
One of the ways that our magazine is trying to promote stabilization and reducing tension in the area is with an economic development program for the entire southern Europe, also in terms of the crisis in Greece and other countries in Europe, the whole Mediterranean area in North Africa. What do you say to the idea of encouraging economic cooperation between Europe and the Middle East for economic development? And then the second question is, are you making any overtures also to the Jewish communities, which also the Jewish, Arabic, Jewish, Christian tensions is also another part of the story in the Middle East?
Unfortunately, when we speak about Mediterranean people collaboration, we think north and south, but the eastern Mediterranean is forgotten. The east and west. I agree absolutely with you. We have, all of us, to find a solution for the Israeli-Palestinian problem according to justice and to give each people the capacity to live. This problem is giving us a lot of trouble, because if there is no solution for this problem, all around will be for a long time in trouble. That's why we need the West to help in finding a real solution for this problem, because I had in my classroom Jewish children. They disappear at this 7 days war. At 10 o'clock, they were happy at the school, and I was teaching Kaddish to Muslim, Jewish, and Christian in the same classroom. And the Middle East, many countries of Middle East, they have Jewish people in Yemen, and look at Morocco, look at in Syria, in Lebanon. But the Israeli-Palestinian problem has to be solved. The efforts are made, but maybe not enough.
Well, may I add to this, actually, also from a Muslim perspective. For me to be a Muslim, I have to believe in Christianity and in Judaism as a message from God. If I deny Judaism, I deny Islam. As if I deny Christianity, also I deny Islam. I have to believe in all prophets. I have to believe in the Bible and in the Torah as the words of God. And the Quran says about the Torah, as well as about the Bible, there is, I quote, there is guidance and light in the Bible and in the Torah. And let the people of the Bible follow what God revealed to them in the Bible, not in the Quran. So these are principles that as a Muslim I have to recognize and to practice. The problem is not with Judaism as a religion from God. The problem is political with Israelis and Palestinians and the repercussions of this problem on me as a Lebanese and on other Arab countries. As His Excellency the Bishop said, without solving this problem according to the United Nations resolutions and human rights, all the Middle East will be still suffering. And Israelis, not only Jews, all Israelis, not Jews, I mean, will suffer with us. So that's the keystone for solving this, is to recognize the rights of the people in their land and in their identity. As for the first question about economics, really we would love any assistance to help the Middle Eastern countries and peoples how to invest their income, their fortune, in building better future for themselves. See, these countries are not poor. They have very high, big fortunes of oil and others, but this fortune is not used in, for the people. And this is the meaning of the uprisings that took place. Uprising raised the slogans of human dignity, human rights, about participating in the process of decision-making, within decision-making not only in political decision-making, economical and social decision-making. The studies that are prepared before the uprising about the social standard in the Middle East is catastrophic. The numbers there, I think you are aware of it, is catastrophic. But there are big incomes. Where is it? That's the help we hope we can get.